Welcome to Naka Tales, where the truth cuts deep, betrayal leaves scars, and revenge isn't always loud. Sometimes it's silent, strategic, and unforgettable. Tonight's story? It's about a proposal gone wrong. But not in the way you think. This one's for anyone who's ever questioned whether the love they gave was real, or just a transaction waiting to expire. It's 3 a.m. and I'm staring out the window of my friend Mike's apartment, watching my ex-girlfriend sit in her car, headlights off, engine cold. She's been out there for over an hour, crying, texting, calling, trying to reach me. But I'm not responding. Not tonight. Not anymore. Her name is Jessica. And just a few days ago, she was the woman I planned to spend forever with. We'd been together for 4 years. Met at one of Mike's Super Bowl parties. She was the roommate of one of his co-workers. Walked into the living room like she owned it, sharp-witted and beautiful, carrying this air of ambition I found magnetic. She was funny, confident, and seemed genuinely interested in me. It was one of those connections that felt written in the stars. We moved in together after a year. Adopted a German Shepherd, Diesel. Technically mine, but he loved her too. We made routines, shared bills, dreamed about future vacations, kids, wedding playlists. I thought I was building a life with someone who wanted the same thing. And I was ready. Like, really ready. I'd spent months planning the proposal. Picked out a 2.5-carat diamond ring that cost me nearly 3 months' salary. Reserved a table at Callaway's, the fancy downtown steakhouse where we'd had our first anniversary dinner. Even arranged a string quartet. Every detail was ironed out. The plan was locked. All I had to do was wait for Tuesday night. But then, everything changed. That Saturday, I got home early from golfing with Mike. We usually play 18 holes, but Mike's back was acting up, so we dipped after 9. I came in quiet. Jessica didn't hear me. She was on the balcony, phone pressed to her ear, laughing. And not the polite chuckle she gave strangers. It was that full, carefree laugh she used to give me in our best moments. She said, "Yeah, this weekend. He's been acting all suspicious." Totally classic pre-proposal behavior. I paused in the hallway, completely still. Something in me said not to interrupt. Then she said it. "Of course I'll say yes. Have you seen the size of the rock his sister wears? His family's got money. I'll take the ring and ghost him." That's when I felt it. The emotional equivalent of a punch to the chest. I couldn't breathe. My heart didn't race, it just stopped. She kept going. "I've wasted 4 years on this guy. He's stable, sure. Decent in bed. But boring as hell. No ambition, just coasting through middle management. I'm not sticking around for that." My mouth was dry. My ears felt hot. I had no words. Only this spiraling silence inside me. "And Brad's been waiting. He says the position in the Chicago office is still mine. I just need to end things. And I will. After I get the ring." Brad. Her boss. The one she swore was married. "Not my type," she'd said once. "Just friendly." The same Brad who'd text her late at night and check in about work on weekends. I backed away. Quietly walked out the front door. Slammed it hard enough to let her know I was home. "Oh, babe. You're back early," she called from the living room with that smile I used to adore. I kissed her cheek and said Mike's back was hurting. Then went to the shower and stood under the water until my skin pruned, letting the steam hide the anger, confusion, grief. Not tears. I couldn't even cry. I was too stunned. The next day, we had brunch with her parents, something we did almost every weekend. I watched her laugh with her dad, gush over wedding ideas with her mom, beam at me like nothing had changed. Had it always been fake? Or did I just miss the signs? Maybe it didn't matter. Because I knew what I had to do. Monday morning, I called in sick. Something I'd done maybe twice in 5 years. The second Jessica left for work, presumably to smile in Brad's face, I got to work. First, I cancelled the dinner reservation. Lost the deposit. Didn't care. Then I called my bank and credit cards, removed her access, froze any account she could possibly touch, contacted my landlord, told him I needed out. He said I'd still owe rent for the next 30 days. I said fine. Drove to the jewelry store. The woman behind the counter could tell something was wrong. I explained, carefully. She didn't say much, just nodded, took the ring, and offered store credit. I kept the box. Then she handed me a folded note. You might want to write something, she said. I wrote 10 words. That was Tuesday. By the time Jessica came home, I'd cooked her favorite meal, steak with mushroom sauce and garlic potatoes. Set the table. Opened a good bottle of wine. Lit candles. Played music. The works. What's all this? She asked, grinning. Just felt like doing something special, I said. She kept glancing at my pocket, waiting. At one point I reached for my phone, and I saw the flicker of disappointment when it wasn't the box. After dessert, I got down on one knee. She gasped, hands over her mouth, doing that fake shocked expression like she hadn't already planned this in her head. Jessica, I said. These 4 years meant the world to me. You changed my life. She started tearing up. Open it. She took the box from my hand, eyes gleaming. Then confusion. Then panic. Inside wasn't the ring. It was the note. I heard your phone call on Saturday. I know about your plan. About Brad. Consider this my ghost. Her face went pale. Mark, wait, I can explain. I stood, walked toward the door where I'd left a packed overnight bag. There's nothing to explain, I said. Movers will be here Saturday. I'm taking Diesel. The lease is paid through next month. You'll be fine. Mark, please. You don't understand. I paused, one last time. No, Jess. I understand perfectly. And for what it's worth. I did love you. Then I left. It's been 48 hours. She's called nearly 50 times. Left voicemails, texts, voice notes. All of them a mix of rage, guilt, and desperation. Tonight, she figured out I'm staying with Mike. Showed up at his building. His girlfriend Shannon answered the door. Said I wasn't available. I watched her drive away, crying behind the wheel. And yeah, a small part of me feels bad. But a bigger part? Feels relief. I didn't just dodge a bullet. I dodged a whole war. And in some twisted way, I gave her what she planned to give me, except I didn't wait until after the ring. I left before she could finish her little performance. The perfect proposal became the perfect exit. Update. 2 weeks later. I moved into my new place. Diesel's loving it. I'm sleeping better. Eating better. Even signed up for that management course Jessica always mocked. Says it's beneath me, she used to say. Now, I see it as a new beginning. Oh, and Brad? Still very much married. After seeing some public photos on social, I messaged his wife. She deserved the truth too. Jessica got fired last week. Apparently, Brad didn't take too kindly to the drama. Her parents called me. From a number I didn't block. Her mom cried. Her dad was quiet. When I told them the truth, they had no words. I saved every voicemail, every text. Not for revenge. Just in case. But I've blocked her now. Moved on. A month later. I'm climbing again. Literally. Rock climbing at a local gym. Something Jessica said was a dumb way to break your neck. Freedom feels weird. Quiet. Cold sometimes. But real. And it's mine. So yeah, maybe she broke my heart. But I kept my soul. And in the end, that's the part that matters.